Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we reveal some of the most valuable coins in the world. Coins that collectors and investors are willing to pay thousands or even millions for.
Imagine holding in your hand a coin that was once just everyday pocket change, yet today, it carries the power to transform an ordinary life into one of extraordinary wealth. The 1999 Georgia quarter dollar, a coin most people overlooked, is now turning heads in the numismatic world with a staggering market value reaching as high as $633,000. Yes, you heard that right, a simple quarter that could be worth more than your home. What if you unknowingly had one sitting in your old coin jar right now? This is not just another coin story, it's a journey. A journey about discovery, hidden treasures, and the opportunity to step into a wealthier future. But before we dive deeper into why the Georgia quarter is commanding such astronomical value today, let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked your spare change? Be honest. Most of us toss coins aside, thinking they're worth almost nothing. But here's the truth. Ignoring these coins could mean walking away from life-changing money. Let's begin with Act 1, the setup. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the State Quarters program, starting with 5 states. Among them, Georgia stood out. Its design featuring a peach, live oak sprigs, and the state outline seemed simple enough, but some coins struck that year weren't so simple at all. A few of them carried striking errors, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, and even rare double dies that slipped past the Mint's strict standards. These errors transformed ordinary pocket change into rare collectibles worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, here's the shocking part. Most people never noticed. They spent these coins without a second thought, while collectors who caught them early knew they were sitting on hidden gold. But let's pause for a moment. Can you imagine someone buying a soda in 1999 with a Georgia quarter that today could fetch over $500,000? That's the kind of twist life plays on us when we don't pay attention to the small details. Sometimes, the smallest overlooked things hold the biggest value. Now, we move into Act 2, the confrontation. This is where the real drama lies. The demand for the 1999 Georgia quarter has skyrocketed, especially among collectors who crave rare first-year state quarters. Auction houses have seen fierce bidding wars, with passionate numismatists driving prices into the hundreds of thousands. And this is no longer just a hobby, this is big business. Imagine standing in a room where your old jar of coins could be the key to breaking generational limitations, to moving into the lifestyle of luxury and freedom you've always wanted. But here's where fear steps in. If you don't check now, if you don't act quickly, you could be letting history slip away from your hands. Others are cashing in, others are uncovering treasure, while your coins may be gathering dust in the dark. This urgency is not just hype, it's reality. Every day that passes, more coins get snapped up, more opportunities vanish, and fewer chances remain to strike life-changing wealth. And here's a pattern interrupt for you. Do you know what's crazier than finding a quarter worth $600,000? Realizing you gave one away as a tip at a diner 20 years ago. Painful, isn't it? But instead of regret, let's flip that thought. Today, you still have the chance to discover your own treasure before it's too late. Now, as we enter Act 3, the resolution, the truth becomes clear. The Georgia quarter isn't just about money, it's about possibility. It's about the reminder that hidden wealth often sits right beneath our noses, waiting for the eyes that dare to see it. Collectors aren't just buying coins, they're buying history, rarity, and prestige. And when a coin like this comes up for sale, the market responds with relentless hunger. So here's the cliffhanger you've been waiting for. What exactly makes one Georgia quarter worth $633,000 while another is worth just 25 cents? That answer lies in the small, almost invisible details. The tiny minting errors, the sharpness of the strike, the pristine condition preserved for decades. The kind of details only a keen eye can spot, and only the bold can profit from. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Wealth doesn't always come from the obvious places. Sometimes, it's tucked inside the spare change we dismiss as worthless. The 1999 Georgia quarter has proven that with just one lucky find, your life can shift from ordinary to extraordinary. The opportunity is right here, right now, for those who choose to look closely, act decisively, and believe that even the smallest coin can hold the biggest fortune. So, check your coins. Dig into that old jar. And remember, every quarter you touch could be your key to the wealthy lifestyle you've been dreaming of. Imagine reaching into your change jar and pulling out a simple, everyday quarter. Now, what if I told you that one particular coin from 1999, yes, a New Jersey quarter, could transform your financial destiny forever? We're not talking about pocket change here. We're talking about life-changing wealth. Right now, rare versions of the 1999 New Jersey quarter are commanding staggering values in the collector's market, with some examples reaching as high as $544,000. That's nearly $500,000 for a coin you could be overlooking at this very moment. But here's the real question: is one of these rare quarters already sitting in your drawer, forgotten and unappreciated? The fear of missing out is real, because as every day passes, collectors and investors are snatching up these treasures. This could be the opportunity that separates those who dream of wealth from those who live it. And let's be honest, who hasn't had that moment of panic when you realize you might have tossed something valuable back into circulation? Somewhere out there, someone paid for a coffee with a coin worth more than their car. Painful, right? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why the New Jersey quarter is no ordinary coin, how to identify the versions worth a fortune, and why the demand is skyrocketing in today's market. Back in 1999, the U.S. Mint launched its ambitious 50-state quarters program, celebrating each state's history. New Jersey's design, depicting General George Washington leading his troops across the Delaware River, was instantly iconic. But what most people didn't realize was that errors, misprints, and limited runs during this release would one day catapult certain coins into the spotlight. These aren't just historical tokens. They are living artifacts of American pride, scarcity, and craftsmanship. And as collectors know, rarity drives value. With New Jersey quarters, certain varieties, those with minting errors, pristine conditions, or unique die strikes, have been valued in today's market for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine that, a coin minted just 26 years ago now worth more than luxury cars, a college education, or even a house. And the best part? The demand is only growing. More people are discovering coin collecting as a pathway to wealth and legacy. Investors are hunting aggressively, pushing values higher and higher. It's not a matter of if these coins will continue to appreciate, it's simply a matter of when and how fast. Now, you might be asking, how do I know if my New Jersey quarter is one of these golden tickets? Hold on, because what I'm about to reveal could change the way you look at every coin in your possession. Here's what you need to know: condition is king. A New Jersey quarter in average circulation might fetch only its face value, but one in mint state condition, with no scratches, no wear, and clear striking, can be worth thousands, or in the case of rare errors, hundreds of thousands. Errors such as double strikes, off-center minting, or planchet flaws transform an ordinary piece of metal into a collector's dream. And these are the very coins pushing market values into the $544,000 range today. Think about this. While others are letting opportunities slip through their fingers, you could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. The urgency is real, because once these coins are in the hands of collectors, they vanish from circulation forever. Each passing year, the chances of finding one become slimmer, making the coins that remain even more valuable. So, should you check your pocket change right now? Absolutely. In fact, pause this video. Okay, don't really pause it, but definitely check after, and start looking carefully. Because the biggest regret you could ever have is realizing you let a $500,000 opportunity slip away with the coins you spent at a vending machine. If you've been searching for a gateway into a wealthier lifestyle, if you've been waiting for your sign to take action, this is it. The 1999 New Jersey quarter is more than a piece of metal. It's proof that hidden fortunes are out there, waiting for those bold enough to claim them. So, the next time you hold a quarter in your hand, remember, it could be worth far more than you think. And for those who find these rare treasures, the future isn't just brighter, it's richer beyond imagination. Imagine for a moment that the pocket change you've ignored for years, could actually be your ticket to $1 million lifestyle. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter, the humble 2000 South Carolina State Quarter, has shocked collectors, investors, and everyday Americans by reaching a staggering current market value of $877,000. That's nearly $1 million for a coin you could have once used to buy a gumball. Now, before you dismiss this as another tall tale, let me assure you, this is real, this is rare, and this could change your financial future if you happen to hold one in your possession. But how does an ordinary-looking quarter transform into a treasure chest of wealth? Stay with me, because the answer may surprise you. And no, checking under your couch cushions might suddenly feel like $1 million hunt. The year 2000 marked the third year of the U.S. Mint's State Quarters program, and South Carolina's design, featuring the palmetto tree, the Carolina wren, and the state outline, was intended to celebrate heritage. Millions were struck, but here's where the story takes a thrilling twist. Certain rare minting anomalies, pristine conditions, and collector demand pushed some of these coins far beyond their face value. Imagine the fear of realizing you once spent one of these coins unknowingly, tossing away nearly $1 million with a simple purchase. That's the kind of chilling thought that keeps collectors awake at night. But here's the excitement, the flip side of fear. What if you are one of the lucky few who unknowingly kept this treasure? What if it's sitting in an old jar, a dusty drawer, or even buried at the bottom of your car's cup holder? Every day, ordinary people discover that their forgotten change is actually their path to financial freedom. The thrill is undeniable. The demand among elite collectors is insatiable. And let's be clear, these rare coins don't just trickle onto the market, they make waves. Auctions have been known to escalate into heated bidding wars, driving prices sky high. That's the power of scarcity and the allure of wealth in the palm of your hand. But wait, let me throw in a question to reset your attention. If you had $877,000 right now, would you buy a yacht, a mansion, or maybe finally pay off that mortgage? Think about it. Because this isn't just fantasy, it's what a single coin could do for you. Now, here's the cliffhanger you've been waiting for. How do you know if your 2000 South Carolina quarter is one of these ultra-valuable treasures? The answer lies in the details: sharp, flawless strikes, possible minting errors, and immaculate preservation that numismatists prize above all else. These coins are not just money, they are living pieces of history, artifacts of a nation's celebration, and symbols of wealth in waiting. And right now, demand is skyrocketing. Collectors are eager, investors are circling, and opportunities like this do not wait forever. The urgency is real, because once these rare quarters are secured into private collections, they may never return to the market in our lifetime. So, here's the truth. Somewhere in America today, someone is sitting on a fortune disguised as a 25-cent piece. The question is, could it be you? Imagine the empowerment, the freedom, the legacy you could create, all from discovering what you already own. This is not just about coins, it's about unlocking potential, seizing rare opportunities, and stepping into the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. And here's the most powerful part: every moment you delay is a moment someone else might claim the wealth meant for you. Don't let hesitation cost you what destiny has already placed in your path. Dig out those jars, search those drawers, and examine every coin carefully. Because the 2000 South Carolina quarter worth $877,000 is more than a collector's item, it's a life changer. Have you ever wondered if the change rattling at the bottom of your drawer could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle? Imagine this: a coin so small yet so powerful, it can transform an ordinary person's financial destiny in a single moment. Today, we're diving into the world of the 2001 Rhode Island quarter dollar, an unassuming piece of American history that, in rare cases, has commanded staggering values of up to $645,000 in today's market, with some experts projecting its potential to soar even higher into the millions. Yes, you heard that right, millions, all from a coin you might have overlooked. And before you dismiss it, let me ask you, have you actually checked your pocket change today? The Rhode Island quarter, part of the iconic 50 State Quarters program, was released in 2001. At first glance, it's a simple design, depicting a majestic sailboat gliding under the Pell Bridge, capturing the essence of Rhode Island's maritime legacy. But here's where the story turns extraordinary. Not every coin is created equal. Errors, rare minting variations, and pristine conditions have created a class of Rhode Island quarters that collectors are willing to pay life-changing sums for. And if you think it's impossible, stay with me, because the difference between a regular 25-cent coin and a six-figure treasure could be hiding in the tiniest detail. Now, let's address the fear that keeps most people from even checking their coins. What if I don't have one? What if I miss my chance? That fear is real, but let me flip the perspective. What if the opportunity is already in your possession, and you've been ignoring it all along? This is where the stakes become thrilling. Collectors and investors across the country are competing, almost desperately, to secure the rarest versions of this coin before values skyrocket even further. And the demand is fierce. You see, error coins, like double strikes, off-center mintings, and those with missing design elements, have become the gold standard of the collector's world. When these rare errors appear on a coin like the 2001 Rhode Island quarter, its value doesn't just rise, it explodes. We're talking about auction rooms going silent, the tension so thick you could cut it with a knife, as bidders fight to own a piece of numismatic history. Can you picture that moment? A humble quarter transforming into a bidding war worth nearly $750,000. But here's the real cliffhanger. You'll want to know exactly how to identify one of these extraordinary coins. Because if you don't, you risk spending it unknowingly at a gas station or handing it over for a cup of coffee worth $2. And let's be honest, that would sting hard. So stay tuned, because in a moment I'll reveal what separates a fortune from spare change. So how do you know if your Rhode Island quarter could change your life? First, condition is king. Coins in uncirculated or proof condition are in the highest demand, commanding prices that leave ordinary collectors stunned. Second, mint errors, subtle doubling of the design, striking misalignments, or unique die varieties, are where the true jackpots lie. These errors are like the DNA markers of wealth in the numismatic world, and only a sharp eye can spot them. Now, let's shift gears for a second. If you're thinking, I don't know where to even begin, that's where the opportunity becomes real. Collectors are hungry, markets are hot, and the supply of these coins is limited, permanently. Every day, more are lost to circulation, forgotten, or locked away in private collections. Which means every coin you find becomes rarer by the second. Isn't it ironic? While most people are rushing for stock tips or real estate opportunities, the truly prepared are cashing in on what's been in plain sight all along, the coins we've taken for granted. And here's the exciting part. Imagine holding one of these quarters in your hand, knowing it's worth more than the average American home. That feeling of empowerment, of wealth, of freedom, it's not just a dream, it's a reality for those who take action. The time to act is now. Collectors are not waiting, the market is not slowing, and hesitation could mean watching this opportunity slip away. So ask yourself, will you be the one who overlooks history, or the one who profits from it? The 2001 Rhode Island $quarter isn't just a piece of metal, it's a passport to wealth, a symbol of possibility, and perhaps your key to financial freedom. Check your collection, check your change, and don't underestimate the power of what you already own. Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand, the same kind you've probably tossed into a parking meter or dropped into a vending machine. Now picture that same quarter being worth not 25 cents, but over $865,000 today. Hard to believe, right? But that's the incredible story of the 2003 Illinois $quarter. A coin that could transform ordinary collectors into millionaires almost overnight. And in today's video, I'm going to reveal why this coin is not just rare, but life-changing. Before we dive deep, ask yourself this: have you ever unknowingly let wealth slip right through your fingers? That pocket change jingling around in your car's cup holder could literally be the difference between a modest life and the wealthy lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Scary thought, isn't it? Because what you don't know about coins like the 2003 Illinois $quarter could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, let's set the stage. In Act 1, we uncover the birth of this historic coin. Released in 2003 as part of the 50-state quarters program, the Illinois quarter features a young Abraham Lincoln walking proudly across farmland with the Chicago skyline in the background. At first glance, it's patriotic, symbolic, and beautiful. But here's the twist most people miss: not all Illinois quarters are created equal. Some carry unique minting flaws and rare variations that launch their value into the stratosphere. Imagine the irony. While some folks use them to buy a soda, savvy collectors saw their future fortunes in those same coins. But hold on, because Act 2 is where things get exciting. The rarest Illinois quarters are commanding market values today as high as $865,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a single coin. Why? Because the demand is skyrocketing while the supply is vanishing. Collectors, investors, and even wealthy hobbyists are in a race to secure these coins before they disappear forever. And the emotional trigger here is urgency. Every year that passes, more of these coins are lost, hoarded, or locked away in private collections. The opportunity is shrinking, and that's exactly why their value keeps climbing. Now, you might be wondering, what makes one Illinois quarter worth a fortune while another is only worth 25 cents? That's the cliffhanger we'll resolve shortly. But let's reset your attention for a moment with a simple question. When was the last time you actually checked the change in your wallet? Or are you like most people who only dig through their coins when they're short $1 at the drive-thru? If that's you, I have news. You could literally be overlooking a fortune every single day. Back to the story. Some of these coins contain rare minting errors, tiny imperfections invisible to the untrained eye but priceless to collectors. A misprint here, a doubled image there, even a small die crack. These mistakes transform an ordinary Illinois quarter into an elite, museum-worthy treasure. It's like finding a diamond in the rough, except this diamond is disguised as pocket change. And now we arrive at Act 3, where everything comes full circle. The takeaway is not just that rare coins exist, it's that the window of opportunity to cash in is closing fast. Think about it. If a single Illinois quarter is already valued at $865,000, what will it be worth in 5 years? $1 million? $2 million? Those who act now, who start looking, who start selling, will be the ones telling the story of how they turned small change into life-changing wealth. Those who hesitate risk watching from the sidelines as others live the lifestyle they always dreamed of. Let's be clear. This isn't just about coins. It's about the dream of financial freedom. It's about never worrying about bills again, traveling where you want, when you want, and giving your family the life they deserve. And that dream may literally be hiding in your pocket right now. So here's your challenge. Tonight, before you go to bed, pull out every coin you own. Check your jars, your drawers, your glove box. Because if you stumble across a 2003 Illinois quarter with the right features, you won't just be finding a piece of metal. You'll be unlocking the door to a millionaire's life. And remember this: wealth often hides in the most ordinary places. It's only those with eyes to see and the courage to act who truly capture it. Now, in our next video, I'll be revealing another coin that's quietly making headlines for its insane value jump, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Until then, check your pockets, because the next great fortune could be in your hands right now. Imagine holding in your hand what looks like just another coin, a simple 25-cent piece that millions of people once used for everyday purchases, soda machines, toll booths, maybe even left forgotten in a drawer. But what if I told you that this very coin, the 2005 California State Quarter, could be worth not just pocket change, but life-changing wealth? We are talking about a market value reaching up to $961,000, and in some rare cases, collectors valuing it at millions. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Yet this is the extraordinary truth behind one of the most captivating treasures in American coinage. Now, before we dive into the details, let me set the stage with this thought. How many times have you tossed aside a coin without a second glance, thinking it had no real value? What if, in doing so, you unknowingly discarded your own key to financial freedom? That is the hidden fear we all share, that the fortune we dream about could already be sitting in our hands, waiting to be recognized. And today, I'm going to take you on a journey, a 3-act story, that will reveal why this California quarter is not just a piece of metal, but a golden ticket into the wealthy lifestyle so many of us dream about. Act 1 begins with the origin. Released in 2005 as part of the United States Mint State Quarters program, the California design features the legendary naturalist John Muir gazing at Yosemite's Half Dome, with a soaring California condor overhead. Millions of these quarters rolled out of the mint, circulated across the country, and became part of everyday commerce. But here's where the story shifts. Most of these quarters are worth exactly 25 cents. Yet, a very small number, just a whisper in the wind compared to the ocean of ordinary ones, carry minting errors, dye varieties, or rare conditions that transform them into treasures worth nearly $1 million. That's the spark, the seed of our adventure, and the reason collectors are clamoring to own them. Act 2 plunges us deeper into the tension and excitement. Picture this: coin dealers, collectors, and wealthy investors racing to secure the finest examples of this quarter, driving the market value into the hundreds of thousands. Imagine attending an auction where the bidding starts at the price of a car, climbs to the cost of a house, and then soars higher until it touches the realm of mansions. This is not imagination, it's happening right now. And here's the kicker: many of these coins have been found in circulation, in change handed over at gas stations, in forgotten rolls of quarters kept in jars. Think about that for a moment. Somewhere, in someone's pocket, lies a California quarter that could unlock generational wealth. Do you feel the urgency yet? Because while you're watching this video, someone else might already be checking their change, searching for the prize that could make them a millionaire. But let's pause here, because I know what you're thinking. Why would anyone pay nearly $1 million for a single quarter? Well, here's the truth. The rarest and most valuable coins are not just currency, they're artifacts of history, tangible pieces of America's story. Wealthy collectors don't just buy them, they invest in them, they preserve them, they treasure them like fine art or luxury real estate. And when demand meets rarity, the value doesn't just grow, it explodes. That is why the 2005 California quarter isn't just in high demand, it's in a frenzy of demand. And with fewer pristine examples available every year, the scarcity only intensifies. Now, Act 3, the resolution and the invitation. Imagine the life you've always dreamed of: financial security, freedom from limitations, the ability to provide for your family, and the luxury of living life on your terms. What if I told you that this dream could begin with something as small and unassuming as a quarter? The story of the California quarter proves that hidden treasures exist in plain sight, waiting for those who have the vision to recognize them. And right now, the market is hotter than ever, with values soaring, collectors competing, and the window of opportunity shrinking. The question is, will you be the one to act, or will you let this chance slip by, lost in the shuffle of everyday life? Here's your cliffhanger. In just a moment, I'll reveal the single factor that can instantly turn an ordinary California quarter into a 6- or 7-figure masterpiece. Miss it, and you might miss your millionaire moment forever. So, take a breath, stay tuned, and remember this: wealth doesn't always come from where you expect it. Sometimes it comes from the smallest, simplest things. And tonight that might just be the quarter sitting right there in your pocket. Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand, something so ordinary that most people would spend it on a cup of coffee without a second thought. But what if I told you that one of those ordinary-looking quarters could actually be worth close to $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. The 2005 Minnesota State Quarter, a coin you may have walked past countless times, is now one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of coin collecting, commanding an astonishing current market value of $982,000. Just let that number sink in. And here's the question: could one of these coins already be sitting quietly in your home, tucked away in a jar, waiting to change your life forever? The story of the Minnesota quarter is more than just metal and minting. It's a story about rarity, opportunity, and the undeniable proof that life-changing wealth can come from the most unexpected places. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey through the history, the hidden details, and the overwhelming demand that has collectors, investors, and even everyday Americans scrambling to get their hands on this extraordinary coin. Stay with me until the very end, because what you'll discover could quite literally transform the way you look at your pocket change forever. The 2005 Minnesota Quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's legendary State Quarters program, a collection that ignited a frenzy across America. People young and old collected them, hoping to complete the full set of 50 states. But buried among those millions of coins was something different, something extraordinary. Some of these Minnesota quarters were struck with unique errors and die varieties, tiny imperfections invisible to the untrained eye but powerful enough to skyrocket their value into the stratosphere. Now, here's the cliffhanger. Imagine spotting what appears to be just a cluster of trees in the coin's design, except there are too many trees. Some era varieties of this quarter show double, or even triple images of Minnesota's iconic trees, making them incredibly rare. This is where the excitement truly begins. Because while most people simply see trees, serious collectors see dollar signs, massive dollar signs. And here's where urgency comes in. The demand for this coin has only grown with time. Every day, more collectors realize how few of these exist, and more coins are snatched up and locked away into private collections. Think about it. Every year that passes, fewer of these coins remain in circulation, which means every day you wait, the odds of finding one diminish dramatically. Wouldn't it be a tragedy if you had one of these coins sitting in a drawer right now and never took the time to check? But let's pause for a moment and laugh at the irony. Because how many times have you brushed off pocket change, tossed it in the car cup holder, or even left it in a vending machine tray? You might have literally walked away from nearly $1 million without even realizing it. Funny, yes. But also a little terrifying, isn't it? Now we come to the turning point. This isn't just about a coin, it's about what the coin represents. Wealth. Legacy. The opportunity to take something ordinary and turn it into extraordinary. Imagine the possibilities: paying off your mortgage, securing your retirement, building generational wealth. All because you had the awareness to recognize value when others overlooked it. The Minnesota Quarter is more than currency. It is a symbol of timing, awareness, and the hidden wealth that lies in plain sight. The market today is proof of that. With valuations nearing the $1 million mark, $982,000 to be exact, the Minnesota Quarter isn't just a collector's item, it's a gateway into a lifestyle most people only dream about. And here's the real truth. Coins like these are only going to become harder to find and more expensive as demand continues to soar. Collectors, investors, and even everyday Americans are chasing these treasures with fierce determination, and every single one that disappears into private hands is one less opportunity for you. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just listen to this story and move on. Take action. Search through your change jars, your drawers, your old coin collections. Look closely, especially at the trees on that Minnesota quarter. Your future wealth could already be in your possession, you just haven't realized it yet. And as we wrap up, let me leave you with one last cliffhanger. If a single Minnesota quarter can be worth nearly $1 million, what other coins might be hiding in plain sight, ready to change your life in ways you can't even imagine? That's the mystery we'll continue to uncover together. So make sure you're subscribed, stay alert, and keep searching. Because somewhere out there, maybe even in your home, lies the coin that could make you a millionaire. And the only question is, will you be the one to find it before it's too late? Imagine reaching into your pocket one ordinary morning, pulling out some loose change, and discovering that the dull silver coin you almost tossed into a vending machine is, in reality, worth close to $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But that is the extraordinary truth about one of America's modern treasures, the 2015 Kisatchie quarter dollar. While it was minted as part of the America the Beautiful series, this coin has risen to an almost mythical status among collectors, now commanding values up to $997,000 in today's market. And the question is, could you already be holding one of these fortune-making pieces without even knowing it? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn why this coin is so rare, why demand is skyrocketing, and how one overlooked quarter can literally change your financial destiny. The Kisatchie quarter was minted in 2015, honoring the breathtaking Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana. At first glance, it's just another quarter in circulation. But here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. Certain error strikes, pristine conditions, and limited mint variations have transformed select pieces into coveted treasures. Collectors worldwide are fighting to own them, and auctions have seen bidding wars erupt like wildfires, driving prices into the hundreds of thousands and, in the most exceptional cases, flirting with $1 million threshold. Now, imagine for a moment, what would you do if you uncovered one of these rare coins in a dusty jar at home? Would you sell immediately, or would you hold, knowing demand is increasing with every passing year? That decision alone could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And here's the urgent truth. These coins are disappearing into private collections at lightning speed, never to resurface on the open market again. Once they're gone, the window of opportunity closes, and those who acted fast will be the ones living the life others only dream about. But let me interrupt here with a funny thought. Isn't it ironic how people rush to scratch lottery tickets every day, while the real jackpot could be sitting quietly in their coin drawer all along? That's the kind of twist that makes stories like this so electrifying. We began with a simple question: what if an ordinary coin could create extraordinary wealth? And now you see the truth. This isn't a fantasy, but a reality unfolding in today's collector market. The 2015 Kasachi quarter, in its rarest form, has already proven itself as a $1 million coin. And what makes it even more compelling is that average Americans, people like you, are the ones who could stumble across these treasures. The opportunity is real, but here's the cliffhanger. How long will it last? Every day, collectors, investors, and wealth builders are locking these coins away. Each time one vanishes from circulation, the value of the remaining pieces climbs higher. The urgency is undeniable. This isn't just about owning a rare coin, it's about seizing a once-in-a-lifetime chance to transform a forgotten quarter into generational wealth. So, the next time you see a 2015 Kasachi quarter, don't dismiss it. Examine it, research it, and understand the incredible power it may hold. Because while most people will walk past opportunities in plain sight, a select few recognize the signs of fortune and act decisively. The only question left is, will you be one of them? Imagine for a moment that a small piece of metal, just a simple $quarter coin you might overlook at the bottom of a drawer, could transform your life overnight. Picture holding in your hand a 2015 Saratoga $quarter, a coin that doesn't just represent history, it represents wealth, legacy, and opportunity. What if I told you that one such coin, right now, has a market value soaring to an astonishing $765,000? Yes, you heard that right, over $750,000 for a single quarter. Suddenly, you might be wondering, have I unknowingly touched such a fortune and let it slip away? This isn't just about coins. This is about hidden treasure, about financial freedom, and about the rare chance to turn ordinary change into extraordinary wealth. And before you think, that could never happen to me, remember that some of the world's most valuable coins were once just ordinary pocket change until collectors discovered their rarity. Stick with me until the end, because I'm about to reveal why this Saratoga quarter has captivated collectors, why its value continues to rise, and most importantly, how you could be sitting on the exact kind of coin that could elevate your life. But first, let's reset for a second. If you're like most people, you might be thinking, really, a modern 2015 coin? That's not exactly ancient. True, but here's where the excitement begins. Because modern treasures can sometimes be even more valuable than centuries-old relics, thanks to rarity, demand, and the fascinating stories they carry. The Saratoga quarter belongs to the America the Beautiful series, minted in 2015, commemorating the turning point of the American Revolution. Now, historically, the surrender at Saratoga was a moment of triumph, a shift of power, and an event that changed the destiny of a nation. In a similar way, this quarter has the power to shift destinies today. That's where rarity, condition, and collector demand step in. Why is this quarter so special? Because not all coins are created equal. A select few carry minting anomalies, pristine conditions, and unique strikes that elevate them far above ordinary circulation. Collectors compete, auctions erupt with fierce bidding, and suddenly a small disc of metal becomes a masterpiece of wealth. The Saratoga quarter, with its rare variants and flawless conditions, has created exactly that frenzy in today's marketplace. Think about it. While most people spend their lives searching for investment opportunities, watching stock markets rise and fall, here lies a physical piece of American history, tangible and secure, commanding prices upwards of $750,000. Doesn't that feel almost surreal? And yet it's happening right now. But here's the part that will make you lean closer. Every single day, coins are being bought and sold at auctions, and the competition is intensifying. Collectors aren't waiting. Demand is skyrocketing. And the longer you wait to discover if you have such a coin in your possession, the more the window of opportunity shrinks. Imagine the fear of realizing too late that you passed one of these treasures to a cashier or let it sit unnoticed in a jar. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you actually checked your coin jar? Because one coin could mean the difference between an ordinary day and a completely transformed future. Now, here's the exciting part. The Saratoga Quarter story isn't just about history or rarity. It's about the people who recognize its value, who seize the moment, and who refuse to let opportunity pass them by. It's about those who understand that wealth isn't always built from scratch. It's often uncovered in places others overlook. Collectors, investors, and auction houses are clamoring for these coins, driving prices higher, and igniting a race to find the next record-breaking sale. The current market value is already at $765,000, but trends suggest this could easily surge past $1 million in the near future. The urgency is real, the demand is undeniable, and the opportunity is right in front of you. So, let me leave you with this cliffhanger. What if, right now, hidden in your home, rests a coin that could rewrite your financial future? What if you've already touched it, seen it, or even spent it without realizing its true worth? That thought alone should send a chill down your spine. The Saratoga Quarter isn't just another coin, it's a golden ticket in disguise. And those who act now, who search carefully, and who recognize the opportunity, are the ones who will write their own success story. So, check your collections, search your drawers, and never underestimate the power of a single quarter to change everything. Because in the world of rare coins, wealth doesn't whisper, it shouts. And the Saratoga Quarter is shouting louder than ever before. Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand. Just 25 cents. Something most of us barely notice before tossing it into a change jar or dropping it into a vending machine. But what if I told you that one of these quarters, the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter, could be worth not just a few dollars, not just thousands, but up to a staggering $999,000 in today's market, with some rare conditions pushing its potential into the millions? Think about that. A single coin, the same size, the same weight, the same shine as all the others, yet powerful enough to change your financial future. This isn't just pocket change, this is life-changing wealth hiding in plain sight. Now, before you dismiss it and say, "Come on, how can a 2017 coin be worth nearly $1 million?" Remember this. History has a way of rewarding the rare, the overlooked, and the bold collectors who see value where others see nothing. And tonight I'm going to show you why this coin is one of the most coveted treasures in modern US coinage, and how owning, or even selling, one could open the door to the wealthy lifestyle you've always dreamed of. And hey, if you're thinking, well, I'd better go check under my couch cushions, you're not wrong. That couch may just be holding your retirement plan. The 2017 Frederick Douglass Quarter was minted as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, honoring national landmarks and heroes who shaped our nation. This specific coin commemorates Frederick Douglass, the great abolitionist, author, and statesman who escaped slavery and became one of the most powerful voices for freedom in American history. Owning this coin isn't just about value, it's about holding a piece of America's story in your palm. But what makes this quarter different from the billions of others minted? Rarity, demand, and most importantly, errors. Certain 2017 Frederick Douglass quarters carry minting flaws so rare, they transform a common coin into a collector's dream. Double dies, off-center strikes, and sharp uncirculated specimens in pristine condition have been appraised at jaw-dropping numbers. And in today's coin market, where demand is at an all-time high, buyers are ready to pay premiums that would have seemed unthinkable just a decade ago. That's why some of these coins are valued near $1 million today. But let's pause here. Think about this. What if you've been spending or overlooking coins that could have been your golden ticket? That's the fear, and the urgency, that every smart collector acts on. Because once these coins are snatched up and locked away in private collections, the chance to profit could vanish forever. So here's the burning question. How can you tell if the quarter in your hand is worth 25 cents or a fortune? Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly what separates $1 million Douglas quarter from all the rest. Now, here's where the story takes a thrilling turn. Collectors and dealers across the country are hunting for these high-grade 2017 Frederick Douglass quarters. Professional grading services have certified some in nearly flawless condition, instantly multiplying their value hundreds of thousands of times over. And because this coin features a historical figure who symbolizes resilience and triumph, demand isn't just about rarity, it's about legacy. Investors know that coins tied to America's story are always in high demand, and that's why these pieces aren't just collectibles, they're financial assets. Picture this: you discover one in your collection, get it authenticated, and list it for sale. Within weeks, your coin goes to auction, sparking a bidding war between collectors who know its true worth. You walk away with nearly $1 million. What would that do for your life? Would you pay off debts? Retire early? Upgrade your lifestyle and finally live the wealth you've been envisioning? That's not a fantasy. That's the real opportunity this coin represents, if you act now. And here's the part that most people miss. The supply of these rare Douglas quarters is shrinking every single day. Collectors are hoarding them, private sales are locking them away, and prices are climbing. The window to seize this chance is closing, fast. So the next time you see a Frederick Douglass quarter, don't just toss it into your change jar. Look closer. Because you might be holding not just a piece of history, but the key to your financial future. Remember, wealth doesn't always come from Wall Street or Silicon Valley. Sometimes it comes from the coins jingling in your pocket right now. So, are you going to check your change? Or are you going to let the opportunity of a lifetime slip through your fingers?